So the next question is, what are you doing to promote? Now, some of you don't have your machines yet, but you must be doing something right now to promote the fact that it's coming in, and then you're going to do something after it comes in. Give us an idea what you've thought about.
We have started talking to our contact people within the printing industry, and they are all excited about it, that we can do something locally here in Edmonton. Secondly is open houses. We are starting to talk to all the graphic designers as well, that this is possible. We'll give you a PDF file, and you can see how to make layers, for example, of this product, and you can come to our open houses and mass mail out of a postcard with all the different effects on it. So it goes to all the businesses, they look at the card, and we have our logo of our company, and the only one in Edmonton that might drive our business up. It's just educating the customer. Okay, look, we are planning to make all different samples. So if a customer walks in, you have the whole album to show them and get some ideas. So what I like about this one is merge data, where you can personalize every name in a foil. So when you go to the high-end companies, could be a Mercedes-Benz or BMW, or you go to Lafarge, concrete people, they have, it's big and they want to be a little different than anybody else company, you know, and you do their presentation folders, you can do their annual reports, their business cards. It makes them look better, little more posh outside, you know, and so that gives them the the look of the company much higher. So this is what I'm planning to do, and hopefully it will work.
Thank you. Christine, you've now had the machine for over a year, so you've already found some things that work better than other things in promotion. What works the best?
Well, I think first to just touch on that traditional way of doing it compared to how we do it now. I think there's always going to be a place for traditional foil and embossing. There are things that it can do that we can't do, but I think what the jet varnish machine brings really to the table is it brings back an artisan quality to printing that was getting lost. I mean, it was, you know, just a commodity, and the artisan part of it is what attracted me, actually. And so how I did it was I had obviously a client base already. When they would come into the shop and get their run done, I would give them a one-off, and I would varnish the cover for them, or I would, you know, put a bit of foil on something. And by the way, you don't have to give them the proof the next day, you can give them to it the next minute.
Yeah.
Yes, so you can literally have them sit there. By the time they have their coffee, you have their proof. And if they want to see something different, you can do it instantly. And that's really a powerful tool because they're blown away by it, you know? And I think just by seeing their own marketing materials, you know, with a beautiful varnish on the cover, and it can be something so simple. That's the other thing with this machine, and I think that's the artisan quality. Sometimes, you know, to go a little lighter hand with your foil and varnish, actually makes it so much more magical. So it just opens up so many doors, and I'm a creative person, so like I get super excited about this, you know, and I can see a client come in and they have a beautiful design, and I think I can make that even better, and you know, I do, and I think, so I haven't had to really, you know, I mean, obviously I've had exposure, you know, through Konica Minolta, who have been incredible in supporting me through this journey, and also exposure in publications, but I'm not a trade shop, and you know, I tend to be very my location, you know, I don't go too far off the beaten track, but a lot of work I do is US based, actually. One of my largest clients is US based. But anyway, how I did it was I would just give them their order, and then I'd give them one with foil and varnish, and that's all I had to do.
Patrick, how are you going to promote?
Well, first of all, I'm going to copy everything Christine is doing. So can I get a copy of that in writing? So I got a lot to learn from Christine because I think she's done an amazing job in promoting her business. What I personally going to do is, again, like all of us, we have existing client database. We're going to go after those database and give them what? A sample? Okay, for free? Okay, yeah. So we're going to do that. But one market that I am going to focus into, and we're already in that market, is the collectible market. The one-of-ones and the hockey card market, the specialty market that we're doing right now. So it's really going to make their product that much more unique. and I'm going to really try to focus on that. Will be one of my major point of view. I'm definitely going to take on the fact that Konica promised me a million contacts, or not contacts, a million promotional that's going to hit 1 million people. We're going to focus more on international and just make sure we know that there's not that many of these machines out there right now. So I'm going to try and do that a little bit more and open up the North America, in the Europe market kind of thing like that. So it's all coming, but we need to get the machine installed and working first. So finger crossed.
We know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Paul, same question.
Well, since today is the first day that we're publicly going with the announcement, the show's a good start. But going forward, we'll have to do some samples. I think another trip to Paris to use the machine. What do you think, Paul?
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah, open houses and the customer base. Everybody's got it covered. That's.
So it's really coming down to samples. Do you agree with that, Petra?
Yes, very much so. I mean, if people can touch it, they're more apt to take it and want it. But so samples is going to be one that we're going to be doing as well. But we're also going to start a new website with Page DNA, and they're so it'll be online shopping basically. Yeah, people don't have to come into the shop if they don't want to.
Patrick mentioned it, by the way. You're going to create a line of collectibles, I heard?
Yep.
This is something that printers rarely do. Why not produce your own products for sale?
Oh, absolutely. And I think
I can see you creating all kinds of interesting stuff.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we always focus on commercial printing, business card, other customers that needs it. But what I'm trying to focus is to bring the artisan back to the product and be able to talk to those painters that wanted to do a limited edition painting. So imagine giving that texture to it. Rather than having a limited edition oil painting that's flat, why not have a limited edition oil painting that's actually texturized, and so on and so forth. And I think that really will bring, the love and the, back into printing. Yeah, and making our own product. We plan to do that too.
And by the way, I mean, just take a look at the book, the cover that's on that book. It makes that book so much more valuable than it was before.
Yeah.
And that's a value you can put a price on.
Well,
Yes.
That's actually my cover.
yeah.
And it is, by the way, it is the most gorgeous thing I have ever seen.
Yeah, but Frank, sorry to interrupt there, but if you actually take one of the sample books that they're giving out for the MGI machine, which I know you printed too, without all the
It's
embellishments.
because I'm the only one.
I know. Because of the embellishment, if you take away all that embellishment, it's just
It's just a book.
no, it's not even just a book. It's just a piece of paper with toner on it,
Yep.
which everybody can do. So what we have added now is that embellishment that make that 50 cents a copy or $1 copy into a $50 copy. So that's where it makes it very unique. And Christine knows about that.
Yep.
Can I interrupt here
Of
a
course
little
you
bit?
can.
Yeah. Bringing to
This
that.
is our panel.
Right, bring it to that point. We do lots of family books. And family books for people, there's no price to that. I mean, it's their family, their ancestors, and so on. Now, if you make that cover on a family book something, really, really nice, so they can pass on to their grandchildren and grandchildren, what have you. It's good to have on the CD, on the front, and so on. But the book itself, when you go to the bookstore, when you enter, there's a book sitting very plain and a nice foil with, good stuff on it, and your eyes will go towards that book. So we have a niche market there for family books, and we do lots of those. And I'm talking to the people that ask, wow, that would be so nice to have something than just having a simple hardcover binding with the 3 lines of the foil of the family name. We can do something raised. We can do something different. When we do the perfect softcover binding, we can create that for them. So that's one of the reasons that I felt that's market as well, because there's no price to the family book. So yeah, thank you.
I think you all have to hire Christine. No, because there's a level of artistic knowledge here that's important. one about the technology and the other about design.
It's all
And they come together. And by the way, no school teaches this because it's also new. So how did you learn it?
The hard way. No, I think you do have to have a bit of a creativity in your shop. It doesn't have to be you personally, obviously, but it's a vision too. But I mean, I'm always looking for the next thing, and I know what I like, so it's as simple as that, really. But it is a learning curve. There's no doubt about that.